Here, still at the Sick Chick Flicks Film Festival, and the day is going great. We've had some wonderful films, some wonderful creators, and we actually have one of our creators here. So if you would introduce yourself, tell them a little bit about you, what you do, where you're from, that kind of thing.
Sure. My name is Martha Van Garza. I'm from Austin, Texas, and we were very fortunate to be selected for the festival for our film Pete and Repeat, which is a zombie comedy. It was my first film ever, and we've just had such a great time coming out. North Carolina is beautiful. This is a great festival, and I'm just so pleased to be here.
Oh, well, thanks you. I'm glad that you guys could make it.
Yeah,
So
it's quite a trip.
Yeah, it was. So your film, Pete and Repeat, very interesting take on zombies.
Yeah, a zombie comedy, right?
Yeah.
That's not particularly gory. I mean,
Mhm.
it was kind of a different twist, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then, if I may, is this was this project like a personal thing? Was it for your job? Was it a student project?
Okay, never made a film before.
Okay.
And I am still a newlywed. I've been married less than 2 years to my husband, who is the screenwriting professor
Okay.
in Austin. Well, I've done some writing and I've done some radio and some other creative endeavors, and he really talked me into thinking about maybe making a film.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Thanksgiving at my family's farm, which you see in the video.
Okay.
They see in the film. And we walked into the room where there's a table, a little potbelly stove, and all of these pitchforks. And I thought to myself, I looked at Luke and I said, we need to make a zombie movie.
Mm.
And of course it's going to be a comedy because I love comedy and I love puns. And it was just born there. He wanted me to dive into film. I figured, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So we did. The gentleman on the right, that's my dad.
Okay.
And he really wanted to be in a movie. So I said, okay, we'll write something that has you in it,
Mm-hmm.
which we did, and turned out a little short film just under 10 minutes.
Nice. Well, that's really cool how you were able to incorporate your family as well as a place that you already have control over. I know
Yes.
that for a lot of people, finding a location is like half
Oh,
the battle.
And we had the gardens and the barn and the pond and the woods and our very happily barking dog and the sound of the peacocks next door. So it was interesting.
Now let me ask you, how do you feel about peacocks?
They are noisy, smelly things.
Because I'll tell you a creepy story.
Okay.
So I was working as a security guard at this marina,
Oh.
and in the middle of the night, out of nowhere, comes this hellacious scream. And I thought, okay, somebody jumped off the dock, someone fell off a boat, I'm about to have to jump into the water.
No.
And I was able, it made it only a couple times. I was able to trace it back to a tree, and I'm like, well, it's got to be something in the tree. It's not a person. So, yeah.
So you found it. Let me ask you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Imitate that peacock.
Oh, I couldn't. But it was something very.
It sounded like a human.
Yes, it sounded like a
terrible
person.
scream.
Yes.
Yes, we did have to wait in one of the evening scenes while the peacocks stopped peacocking. I don't know what to call it, but it was a pretty violent sound.
Mm-hmm. And then, if you could, for the people at home, the people who want to be creators, how would you tell them about going about it? Where maybe they would start?
Oh.
Inspiration.
Just do it. I know you have the idea. I know you want to do it. So sit down, make a plan, close your eyes, jump in feet first, and just do it. The most perfect film in the world, if it's finished, it's the perfect film. Finishing is the hard part. Starting, just do it. One step at a time. Do what you love. And the biggest piece of advice I have is surround yourself with the right people. I was fortunate. My husband's a writer. He helped me flesh it out. Flesh zombie, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Flesh it out to be a real story. And I surrounded myself with a fantastic cinematographer and a good sound person and original music and a score. And it's all because I was willing to say, okay, I'll try it. Because at my age, I am not afraid of failure, but I'm terrified of regret.
Makes sense. And can you tell the folks where to find you?
Well,
social
media, we are Inner Sanctum Films. You can join our group on Facebook. It's Inside the Inner Sanctum. Free to join. It's just us talking about movies and talking about some of our upcoming projects.